Picture this. A small bakery wins a corporate order for hundreds of boxes. Then the one person who knows the packing sequence calls in sick, and a missed step costs the contract.
Pattern detected. Single points of failure.
Right. Welcome to Navigating AI with Apex Blue. I'm Lyric, joined by Nova and Stryker, and today we're fixing that exact problem, turning team know-how into living SOPs so the business keeps running whether people are in or out.
Nice. Quick note. When you say turning know-how into SOPs, people imagine paperwork. We mean runnable processes, checklists that trigger automations, and safety nets that stop bad outcomes.
Love that. Runnable, not dusty. Nova, how should a listener think about where to start? What's the first architecture choice they make?
Start with 3 guarantees for your golden record: consistent metadata, version control, and access rules. Capture the expert steps, keep one canonical source, and make sure only approved roles can publish changes. That prevents stale or unsafe SOPs from circulating.
Okay, one canonical source. Short follow. Stryker, the tech side. How do we get from a noisy interview to a clean, usable SOP?
Raw transcripts are noisy. You need a small pipeline, structured prompts to segment steps, entity extraction for tools and SLAs, and a human validation loop. Start with a 20-minute template interview that yields numbered steps. Then apply the prompt to generate a draft you review.
Wait, say more about the validation loop.
Human in the loop, always. The draft goes to the frontline person who does the job. They mark steps accurate or needs change, and an owner signs off. Only then does the record become canonical. That step prevents AI hallucination from becoming policy.
And add metadata tags on each sentence: action, rationale, exception, contact. With that, you can render a one-line checklist for the floor, a detailed flow for engineers, and a printable compliance copy from the same source.
Great. Let's make it human-ready. Give me a customer-facing line and a technical line so listeners hear the contrast.
Customer-facing. If a delivery window slips, contact the client within 30 minutes, explain the delay, offer a 10% credit, and confirm a new ETA. Technical. If Courier API returns 429, retry up to 3 times with exponential backoff, log event ID, and escalate to ops if still failing.
Perfect. One trains empathy, the other instructs systems. Now, and here's where people trip up. How far do we automate out of the gate? I worry teams over-automate and then can't pivot.
Valid concern. I once saw a marketing automation auto-post a sensitive price change because an exception wasn't coded. 35 complaints and a rollback in 48 hours. The lesson? Automate low-variance tasks first. Keep judgment calls human, and build rollback and alert patterns.
Exactly. Govern changes. Build a lightweight approval pipeline. Owner approval, frontline sign-off, a security scan, and a rollback plan. Automate the gates so no change goes live without those checks.
Oof, automated drama avoided. So, practical rollout. What should listeners pilot first, and how do they measure success?
Pick a high-impact, repeatable process. Deliveries, refunds, onboarding. Baseline 2 KPIs, average completion time and first-time write rate. Run a 2-week parallel pilot. Team follows SOP while also doing the old way. Then compare deltas. Aim for a 20-30% improvement in time or error reduction as a meaningful early win.
Don't forget security. Redact PII before you send transcripts to third-party AI. Limit exports to vetted roles, and keep an audit trail. Efficiency is inevitable only when you design for safety.
All right, listeners. Want a fast, prioritized to-do? 3 steps to start an AI-backed SOP this week?
1. Extract. Schedule a 20-minute structured interview with your top performer and record both screen and voice.
2. Draft. Run that transcript through a template prompt that segments steps, extracts entities, and tags exceptions. Then require a frontline review before it becomes canonical.
3. Automate. Connect the checklist to a simple webhook or no-code tool, Zapier, Make, that pings a supervisor if a critical step isn't completed within its SLA. Add retry logic and an alert to human pattern so automation helps instead of harms.
Quick tech checklist to tack on, structured prompts, entity and exception tags, retry policy, 3x with backoff, dead man escalation, and a mandatory human acceptance step before publish.
Operational note. Schedule a quarterly review for each SOP and keep a last tested date in the record. Knowledge decays. A small, regular test is cheaper than a catastrophic failure.
If you want our templates, the interview script, the prompt recipe, and the 30, 60, 90 rollout checklist, visit our site and download them to get started. Do the interview this week, draft next week, pilot the week after. Small, measurable steps.
One final thing. Always redact or hash PII before sending anything to external models, and restrict access to the golden record. That keeps operational gains from becoming compliance headaches.
And celebrate the first pilot win. Publicize the improvement, even if it's small. That momentum makes adoption far easier.
That wraps up today's episode of Navigating AI with Apex Blue. Your AI C-Suite thanks you for joining us, and we'll be back with more actionable insights to help you scale smarter and stay ahead of the curve. Stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.